everyone, James, and we're working on a project kind of inside outside. I've got the RV pulled up just kind of as close to the shop as I can get it because it's like 104 outside. Excuse you. Anyway, it's 104 outside and I'm doing something on the outside of the RV, so I guess as close to the indoor space as I can. So what we're going to do today is we're going to talk about the appearance of your RV, and come take a look. So when you get like Class C and Class A RVs that have like exterior doors and compartments and whatnot, on ours, we've got like sealant that kind of comes around here, you know, that looks not great, really. It kind of, I mean, in some places it looks like it was put on by like an 8-year-old with a dirty finger. They kind of smeared the sealant into the thing. And that's just how they're done, okay? That's just, but there's a way that you can fix this because nobody likes the silicone because after a while it gets dirty. It didn't start off looking like this. It gets dirty over time. It cracks, it yellows. And the silicone on the outside of the ear, it's not a great way to do it. Well, good news. So in March of this year, Winnebago put out a technical service bulletin, and going forward, there's a new way that they're going to be sealing up their exterior compartment doors. Now, it's using, back in here, it's using this product here, SikaLastomer 714. And I've used this stuff before, and it's fantastic. You're going to love it. And so what I thought I'd do is I just kind of take maybe this compartment door off, and we're going to reseal it using this, so I'll kind of show you how it works. The funnest part is removing the excess sealant. It's like addictive. But anyway, that's what we're going to do. So let me get out some implements, and we'll start taking this door off. All right, so the first step, it looks like there's about 16 screws screwing this in all the way around, so I'm going to just take those out. There we go. So for us, this is an empty cabinet, but for most Echoes like ours, this has got 2 sort of propane bottles in it. We removed our propane and did a conversion on this cabinet. There's a video if you want to check it out. All right, so now I'm just going to try to remove this sealant with, I don't know, I got a plastic razor blade, a pointy plastic chisel thing, and a plastic scraper. I give it even odds on whether or not I'm going to cut the old sealant or my fingers, but we're going to try this. So, here we go. Kind of important to use plastic utensils. You don't want to be digging into the side of your RV. There we go. There we go. This would be one of the few advantages of doing this on a 100-degree day is that it makes the sealant much easier to work with. It's being quite agreeable. But you want to be careful not to just crank on it and kind of warp your compartment door on the way out, right? So I'm trying to be I know it looks like a man handling it, but I'm trying to be a little delicate. Yeah. Oh. Caught it on the rebound. All right. It's moving. Oh! Look at that! Ta-da! That seriously only took like 5 minutes once I got at it, but I thank the 100-degree day for that. So unfortunately, removing cured silicone is as best as I'm able to do. It's a kind of a manual process. There's no solvent I can put on there that'll just take it off. So I'm going to be a while scraping these remnants off with my little plastic razor blade. But if anyone has a great trick for removing silicone without damaging the substrate, I'm all ears, so leave it down in the comments on our website, but I'm going to be here a while. Okay, so I've found that once you get the bulk of it off mechanically, you can use, I'm just using this stuff from the home center, odorless mineral spirits, and it seems to at least soften the remaining silicone somewhat. I mean, it's a little better than like licking your thumb and rubbing it really hard until the stuff comes off. So I am making some progress. But If you had mineral spirits from like the 1990s, it'd probably work even better. Okay. Next point, there is an actual technical service bulletin from Winnebago about the switch to SikaLastomer 714. I will provide a link to that. And I do suggest you check that out because I am not an official RV service technician or anything like that. I'm just me in my driveway trying as best as I can to follow the instructions. So anyway, there you go. Consider yourself disclaimered. A couple more minutes and I'll be done. All right, I think that about does it for this. Now we got to go clean up the inside of the door. I need to remove, there's a foam gasket that's underneath here. And that will not be needed in this new way of doing things. So I get to remove this foam gasket. Hopefully this comes off a little easier than, oh yeah, there we go. A little easier than the silicone. Aww. That's the take it slow and steady. Don't peel it up too fast, it'll rip. Okay, I'm not going to kid you, that was not at all fun. And if you've seen any of my other videos, this shouldn't surprise you at all. I'm going after it now with just a wipe of denatured alcohol because I don't want whatever solvent is in that odorless mineral spirits to interfere with what's about to happen. So I'll do this, and I'll do the same thing on the door outside, and then we'll smear on the goo. If I've done my math right, I calculated from the volume of the bottle and the size of bead that you want to apply, which is like 8 to 10 millimeter diameter bead. I should get about 150 inches out of this tube, which is more than I need for that. So I may wind up doing some other little things when we're done because this stuff is not inexpensive. This tube was like 20 something bucks. So I'll put a link. If you can beat my price, please let me know because there's a lot more doors to do. But anyway, so here we go with this. So there we go. I'm guessing about that big of a bead, 8 to 10 millimeters. And I'm using this motorized caulk gun. You don't have to have that, obviously. There we go. All right. Blech. Okay. Well, now I guess we just smush it up there. Hopefully I got enough on there because you do want, when you get it on there, you do want there to be squeeze out. So we'll see how I did. You want to be sure you get squeeze out all the way around. That's how you know the sealant is in there. So like here we got a nice bead of squeeze out all the way around. And that's what you want. All right. Okay, here we go. Okay, as you can see, I made a proper mess out of installing this thing, but that's okay because you actually want there to be squeeze out. That's how you know you've put enough in there. And then it should, although it's in the sun right now, so this may be kind of gooey, but it should just kind of remove like silly putty or something. So here goes nothing. Yeah. You can come in on that part right there where I've already been. It's coming off nice and clean. Now, if I told you this stuff didn't feel weird, that would be a lie, because it feels very weird, but look what it does. It's kind of cool. Okay, I've tried a number of different techniques for getting this stuff off. It actually, if you get like some dirt in it, it's a little less sticky. That kind of works. And they might make a tool In fact, I'm sure they probably do. The SikaFlex people make a special tool for removing this particular sealant, but I found that just dabbing it with my fingers, coupled with a healthy disregard for whatever's on the material safety data sheet about this surely poisonous substance, but just dabbing it seems to work the best. And that just about is going to do it. Did I miss any spots? There. Yeah. All right. Let me clean up and we'll wrap up. All right, there we go. Check it out. That is actually sealed every bit as well as this door. It's just that here the sealant ends at the edge of the trim. And on this door, it's got silicone all around it. And I'd wager that this will probably last longer because the silicone, as we all know, it cracks eventually and you wind up with it yellowing and peeling off. Anyway, so this is the stuff. SikaLastomer 714. There will be a link down in the YouTube description over to a post on thefitRV.com where I'll put links to some of the stuff that I used, like this. I'll put a link to the technical service bulletin, etc. And if you have questions or you want to scold me for touching SikaLastomer with my bare hands, you can do that too. Anyway, that's going to do it for now. We'll see you later. Bye. It's super, it's like, it's probably poisonous. I'm probably like, losing brain cells as they sit here doing this, but it's kind of fun.